Welcome back to Straight to the King. My name's Rob King. Now, after our first video, we're going to be changing our format just a little bit, and we're going to be bringing you shorter videos in the future. This one's going to be part of the Poker Craic series, where we talk about what's going on in the poker world this week. I really don't want to jinx this, but it seems that US-based poker players are finally going to get paid out from the first incarnation of Full Tilt Poker. The payment system was farmed out by the US Department of Justice to the Garden Cities Group. Now, why it's taken so long, we're not sure, but we finally received this statement earlier this week. Important notice regarding payment to petitioners who confirm their Full Tilt Poker account balances. GCG has been informed that the Department of Justice Asset Forfeiture and Money Laundering section has approved the first round of payments. This distribution will include approximately 30,000 petitions totaling $82 million, submitted by petitioners with timely complete petitions who confirm their FTP account balances. GCG is currently working with banks selected by the Department of Justice to set up the payment processes. GCG expects to issue payments via ACH before the end of February 2014 and will post further updates on the payment process in 2 to 3 weeks. Now, this means that most balances should be paid out by the end of February, subject to not going wrong. What's more worrying is it's taken this long to get this far. When Full Tilt Poker was taken over by PokerStars, they actually offered to pay out the outstanding balances on the accounts. Now, this could have happened back in November 2012. For some reason, the Department of Justice decided that they didn't want Full Tilt Poker to be paid out by PokerStars. There doesn't seem to be any reason for this because they'd already allowed PokerStars to pay out their US client base when Black Friday happened. So honestly, I can't see why the Department of Justice involved another party into resolving this issue. It seems madness to me, but then again, quite a lot of bureaucracy seems madness to me anyway. Hopefully this means we can finally close the door on Black Friday. With US poker starting to be regulated internally by Nevada, New Jersey and other states, there's a legal version of poker available in the US, and hopefully that means that we can have a federally regulated poker sometime in the near future, allowing us outside the US to start playing with our US brethren. Why this particular process was taken, we don't know. Why this route was taken, we don't know. All we can say is those with less simple cases hopefully will be hearing something soon as well, and we can finally finish this horrible chapter of poker history. The Borgata Casino in New Jersey has been running its winter festival of poker tournaments recently. Now, what has happened is the first event, which was a $2 million guaranteed opener to the series, has been marred by some quite unusual circumstances. With 27 players left in the field, the play was suspended by the local regulatory body after chips were discovered in the stacks that weren't actually official. The New Jersey Department of Gaming Enforcement suspended the tournament when it came to light that these chips had been slipped into stacks. The 5,000 chips didn't look much like any others, and it was quite obvious they were phonies. The following statement was issued by the Borgata President and Chief Operating Officer Tom Balance. Thus far, investigators have found that one or more tournament entrants improperly introduced a significant number of counterfeit chips into the tournament, gaining an unfair advantage and compromising the integrity of play for the event. It is extremely unfortunate that the criminal actions of these individuals have had a detrimental impact on more than 4,000 other entrants. We fully understand and regret the disappointment this cancellation causes our valued customers, and we will work diligently with the DGE investigators to resolve the situation as quickly as possible. The integrity of our games and the confidence of our players are the utmost importance to us. We thoroughly verified all the remaining chips in our inventory and are confident in moving forward with our tournament scheduled as planned and approved by the New Jersey Division of Gaming Enforcement. The funds were frozen for the last 27 players who still had equity in the event. The last thing we heard from the Borgata was on the 24th of January, 7 days after the suspension of the event, when they released a new statement. We are very pleased that the New Jersey State Police Casino Gaming Bureau has apprehended a suspect in connection with the counterfeit chip activity that compromised Event 1 of the Borgata Winter Poker Open. While this is a very positive development, the investigation by the DGE and the State Police is ongoing, and the Borgata remains under the order of the DGG issued last week. Borgata will continue to work with the DGE and the State Police until this matter is concluded and a final order is issued by the DGE concerning the resolution of Event 1. This means that the funds to the event are still frozen and are waiting for release by the DGE. New Jersey State Police have issued a statement that Christian Lusali, Day 1A chip leader, has been arrested for slipping these fake chips into the play. Following issues with their sewer system, Harad Casino discovered that many chips had been actually flushed down one of the toilets in a room. The room actually belonged to Christian Lusali, therefore implicating him. We'll keep an eye on this situation and let you know when we have some more information. Earlier this month, reports started to circulate on several internet forums that poker blogger and photographer J. Who Jedi Newnham had been arrested and charged for stealing tips from the dealer box. He did this while covering an event at Foxwoods Casino in Connecticut. This was started by a post on the Foxwood dealer Facebook page and triggered a massive backlash from the poker community. Several of us in the media tried to find further evidence of this situation, but unable to find any court records or public statements made at the time. Several in the poker community started to complain that the poker media was closing ranks and protecting Jay. And also several of us said we'd be happy to cover this if we could only find further evidence. We wanted to ensure we were providing the truth and not risking legal issues and putting someone's career at risk. Further evidence has now come to light, including a now deleted blog post from Newnham and a copy of the Foxwood press release confirming Newnham was charged with theft on the property. This has surprised a lot of us in the poker media, as Newnham was a well-known blogger and a photographer who worked for the World Series of Poker among others. He was also seen as one of the better faces in the industry. With these actions, Newnham has ended a long-term career in the industry, and I seriously doubt he'll ever be allowed to cover a poker event again. He's already lost work because of this and has effectively retired from the industry. I doubt we'll ever really know why Newnham took this action and why he also took the money. The union official who brought this to light was perfectly correct in doing so, regardless of the abuse he received following the announcement, and I consider Newnham's actions, regardless of any mitigating circumstances, to be abhorrent. But this case has raised other issues about the poker media, and I just want to touch on them quickly, and it may be something I want to come back and do a full video on. Some of us who call ourselves poker journalists are in a difficult position. We rely on the poker sites to get paid in most situations, so the natural instinct is not to rock the boat. However, the news needs reporting in a fair and reasonable way, and if I'm honest, this is not currently happening. If the poker media wants to be taken really seriously, it needs to start following the path already laid out by more established media. We currently see stories written based on nothing more than rumour, and sometimes rumour will be a strong term for what the story is based on. We also see some stories buried because they can be seen as criticising major sponsors or affiliate sites. As someone who's in the process of setting up affiliate contracts, I can see why people want to protect their income, but I can't condone people doing so and calling themselves a poker journalist. We need to see responsible journalism in this industry in order to be taken much more seriously and to support the massive market that this poker industry represents. The people making the content need to use responsible sourcing protocols, kind of like the ones that are used in mainstream media, and not rely on rumour and speculation. When I use the term mainstream media, I'm not talking about the clusterfuck that is US TV news. I'm talking about when news is done properly. You can certainly provide opinion, but your content should not be driven by it. News is there to inform, provide facts as facts and opinions, and not blur the lines between the two. Also, the poker industry needs to allow sites to report the good with the bad. Threatening to cancel sponsorship, advertising or affiliate accounts has happened in the past, and removing press access to sponsored players and events has also happened. If a story is true, let it be reported. Comment on it. Hell, these sites employ massive PR teams. Let them earn their crust and let them do their jobs. If poker is ever going to lose its reputation as a shady business, it needs to have a media that is honest, trustworthy and transparent. I'll be honest with you, I've spun things in the past to get a paycheck, but I promise you, this channel will never do that. We'll be open, honest, and while we can't cover every event or news story, we will try and highlight the important ones and give you the facts as they are. We'll also try and give you our opinions based on experience and knowledge, and we'll try and make it clear which one is which. Well, that's the end of the show. Please share, like and comment if you've enjoyed it. And if you haven't, please also comment, and we'll be taking these comments into consideration as we grow the channel. thank you very much for your time, and I wish you good luck and may all your monsters hold up.